Welcome sa zip9.com. This video tutuloy natin ating series about operations on polynomial expressions. No? So in this video ay magsisimula tayo ng tutorials natin on division. So kung sinusundan nyo itong series natin, natapos na natin yung addition, yung subtraction, tsaka yung multiplication. So this is the first video on division. So let's have our first example. What is x to the fifth divided by x cubed? No? So here, alam natin na using the exponent notation, ang x to the fifth, pag in-expand natin ay x times x times x times x times x. No? Tapos, pag nag-expand din tayo nitong x cubed, tatlong x yan, di ba? Now, pag merong x over x tayo, pwede tayo mag-cancel, no? Kasi x divided by x. Naalala nyo ba pag tayo ay nag-convert ng or nag-lowest terms ng fraction, no? If we convert fractions to lowest terms, for example, 3 over 12, may divide tayo na common factor, no? Yung for example, here, we have the greatest common factor na 3. So, we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3, and we get 1/4, di ba? But here, we have x over x. Ang i-divide lang natin ay x, no? Both sa numerator at sa denominator. And we get 1 and 1. No? So, pag nag-divide tayo, we get actually 1. No? Okay, so here we have x divided by x is 1. This is 1. This is 1, and this is 1. This is 1, and this is 1. So, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong dalawa dito, di ba? So, x times x is x squared. Well, multiplying x squared by 3 ones doesn't change the value, no? So, here we have 1 times 1 times 1. We have 1. So, meaning x squared over 1 is x squared. Now, of course, hindi naman natin yan palaging gagawin, no? So, one strategy para ma-shorten yung ating pag-solve is to split yung x to the fifth, no? Such that meron siyang x to the third. So, x to the third, no? Times x squared. This is x to the fifth, diba? By yung unang-unang law of exponent natin. Magpa-plus tayo ng exponent pag pareho yung variable, diba? Well, nakikita naman natin siya dito, no? So, we have, yung denominator natin is x cubed. Therefore, we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by x cubed. This becomes 1. This becomes 1. And 1 times x squared is x squared. And then meron tayong denominator na 1. Meaning x squared over 1 or x squared divided by 1 is x squared. Okay? So, i-apply natin yung pangalawang technique dito sa y squared over 6. So, y squared over 6, mas malaki yung baba, di ba? So, meaning, dapat may y squared tayo sa baba para makapag-cancel tayo. Pero y to the 6, so y to the 6 to, so ibig sabihin may y to the 4 pa tayo. No? So, y squared divided by y squared is 1. Y squared divided by y squared is 1. So, we have a 1 sa denominator and a y to the 4th sa numerator. 1 sa numerator and y to the 4th sa denominator. Okay? What about our third example? Nakakain ko na yung dila ko sa antokan. So, we have negative 12 divided by 4. Probably pwede na yan i-diretso, but we still apply the cancellation. Anong pwede natin i-divide sa negative 12 saka sa 4? Pwede tayo mag-divide by 4, diba? So, if we divide it by 4, divide this by 4, we have negative 12 divided by, this is 4 divided by 4. So, negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3, diba? Tapos yung 4 divided by 4 is 1. Mas malaki to, so pwede natin siyang expand such that meron siyang a, diba? So, a squared times a over a. So, pwede tayo mag-cancel yung a. A divided by a is 1. A divided by a is 1. So, negative 3 times a squared times 1 is negative 3a squared. And then 1 times 1 is 1, meaning negative 3. Now, for the last example, we have negative 16 tsaka 8. Anong pwede natin i-divide? We have 8, di ba? So, negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. 8 divided by 8 is 1. And then yung c cubed natin, we have a c here. So, pwede natin gawing c squared times c para may parish yung c sa baba. And then yung d naman natin, mataas naman yung sa baba. At meron tayong d squared sa taas, so dapat meron tayong d squared dito times d. This is d cubed, this is c cubed, diba? So we can cancel out 1. This is 1. D squared divided by d squared is 1. D squared divided by d squared is 1. So this is equal to negative 2 times c squared times 1 times 1. This is negative 2c squared divided by 1 times 1 times 1 times d. This is equal to d. So, minsan pag may negative tayo sa taas, nilalagay natin sa gitna. So, negative 2c squared over d. This is because of the property na negative a over b is the same as a over negative b, which is the same as negative a over b. Nasa gitna. Okay, so I hope meron kayo natutunan sa video na to. Remember, puro monomials pa lang itong ginagawa natin. Hindi pa tayo gumagawa ng mga binomials. Pero later, gagawin natin yan. Pati full yung division of a, for example, binomial by a monomial, by a trinomial, by a binomial, and so on and so forth. No? Of course, mag-ano din tayo, magtuturin tayo ng maraming strategies upang pag maraming terms na, polynomials na, ay magkakaroon tayo ng para mapadali yung ating pag-solve. So, magbigay tayo ng strategy. Bigyan ko kayo ng strategy called synthetic division para magamit nyo no, sa mga pag-solve nyo ng polynomial expressions. Maraming salamat. Puntahan nyo yung ating website, usipnayan.com. No? Yan yung ating website. And kung kayo nanonood sa YouTube channel natin, maganda na mag-subscribe kayo kasi madami pa tayong video na gagawin. No? And of course, pwede nyo rin i-explore yung channel natin. No? Almost 700 na yung videos natin. Siguro within the month, no? Ay magiging 700 na yan. Okay, maraming salamat. See you in the next tutorial.